There's a major problem on the internet. It's more mysterious than time wasting and misinformation and hacks. We've all made it worse, and it's costing artists billions of dollars. It's the right click. Yes, the one that lets you copy, paste, save images. Now, I know what you're thinking. Steven, what could possibly be wrong with the right click? It's really useful, and surely a simple click doesn't. Hey, what are you doing? I just told you it was bad. Are you right-clicking and saving an image just because I told you not to? For all you know, right-clicking kills you, and I was just about to save your life. At this point, you're being a danger to you and everyone around you. Do you want that on your conscience? You know I can still see you. Before I get into why right-clicking is bad and how NFTs could be the solution, we need a quick economics lesson. Econ 101 tells us that supply equals demand at equilibrium, all at a certain price. Simple enough. If more people want something, its price tends to go up, and if more people have something, its price goes down. But what they don't teach you is all of this relies on one important assumption: ownership. Now, ownership is a packed word. In order for you to own something, three things need to be true. They are the ability to exclude, transfer, and enforce. Let's use my beautiful Honda CR-V as a checklist. If you own something, you should be able to exclude others from using it. So, I should be able to prevent other people from using my car without my permission. Thanks to my keys, that's a check. My key is unique, so no one else can use my car without my permission. Next is transferability. You must be able to transfer ownership to someone else if you want. This one's simple. I can give someone my keys and sell them my car. No problem. Lastly, you must be able to enforce this ownership. What I own must stay mine unless I say otherwise voluntarily. If someone pulls a knife on me and steals my car, my ownership is incomplete. Thankfully, we have police and laws to enforce property rights. So, theoretically, I should be good. Here's where we get back to the problem. We've all been inadvertently stealing art on the internet because there's a severe lack of ownership in the digital world. It's not our fault. Copying original work is so easy on the internet. The three pillars of ownership crumble. If I create an image and upload it to the internet, it's hard to prove that I was the original creator, and I certainly can't prevent anyone else from using it. They can just save the image and put it wherever. This is a much bigger problem than you think. Without ownership, digital artists are pretty much screwed. The options to monetize artwork right now is really limited. 99% of the time we enjoy, use, copy online art for free. That's why right-clicking is so dangerous. We're benefiting from something without paying anything, making the supply and demand of digital art all messed up. See, because I'm gaining value from pictures and music I use in this video, like this gem here, theoretically I should be willing to pay for permission to use it, and I'd be willing to pay a lot. If I get it for free, that's money that could be going to support digital artists. But whoever made this couldn't enforce their ownership to stop me, and even if they tried, I just have to trust that they were the original creator. This is where NFTs come in. NFTs are unique computer code on a blockchain that verifies your ownership of property. Attached to this code can be photos, music, art, text, anything really. This makes original art one of a kind, because it has a specific tag attached to it that no other copy will have, like the keys to a car. Congratulations! You've just introduced ownership to the world of digital art. Owners can now be separated from a copycat, which allows people to buy and sell these NFT proofs of ownership. Now, the obvious question here is, why would I bother buying a music NFT if I can just listen to it on YouTube for free? Why would I buy an NFT of art if I can right-click and save it? Well, people find value in owning unique things. NFTs are provably unique. It's yours and no one else's. Just like people are willing to pay for rare video game skins, people will pay to own a rare piece of the digital world. But NFTs offer more than just ownership. They have this cool feature called smart contracts. Smart contracts sound complicated, but they are just contracts of computer code. It's the same kind of contract you sign when you get a job, but instead of a lawyer writing it up, there's code. If you decide to write one into your newly created NFT, you can create terms of the contract, like if you own this NFT of Steven, you automatically give Steven all your money. The execution of the contract happens automatically without an intermediary, like a law firm or a bank, so you can be more certain the other party will meet their obligation. Smart contracts can be super useful in healthcare, real estate, identity verification, but that's a discussion for another time. Right now, I can sell separate The Physics of Steven each year and sell another every time I come out with a new edition. Or I could turn my textbook into online NFTs. Then I could update the NFT constantly with the latest new edition each year. If people are done with my book, then they can sell it to a new person. Then, using smart contracts, I could say, for every time the NFT is sold, the original creator, me, gets 1% of the sale. How awesome would that be? If I can get resale money, I don't have to charge as much up front. And now the old textbook isn't useless when a new edition comes out because it updates, and people can resell the NFT since it holds future value. Textbooks could get so much cheaper, and the author can get a bigger paycheck and avoid publishing and printing costs. NFTs can also be a huge disruptor in the music industry. Right now, music contracts can be very exploitative. Musicians get less than 12% of the revenue the music industry makes. The rest goes to record labels, agents, lawyers, middlemen. Forbes says that only the top 0.2% of Spotify artists are making more than $50,000 a year on streaming revenue. This forces them to overcharge for concert tickets and merchandise to make it up, all assuming they're lucky enough to make it that big. But NFTs can completely flip that around, allowing artists to be better compensated for their work. Here's an example. My uncle was the lead singer of this really cool 80s rock band called The Way In. Here's some of their music. Isn't that really good? If his band were around today, he could have sold All American Washout or Blame It on Rock and Roll as an NFT. Superfans like me would love to support their favorite artists and have a rare collectible. And thanks to the resale smart contract, he can keep more of the revenue. Whenever you sell something like a shirt or a lamp, you get all your money at the first sale. Picasso doesn't get anything extra if two random people sold his painting today. But with NFTs, the original artists can get royalties in perpetuity for their merchandise on the secondary market. My uncle could also sell NFTs that give the owner a royalty to his song, an NFT that gives a discount to concert tickets, or an upgradable NFT that allows other artists to remix his songs. Bringing equity to the music industry is already happening. Linkin Park's first NFT sold for $11,000, which doesn't sound like a lot until you hear what he had to say about it. With NFTs, we can let the early figures speak for themselves. Even if I upload the full version of the contained song to digital service providers worldwide, which I can still do, I would never get even close to 10K. With more money in the space, more talented people will decide to create art because they'll actually be able to make a living out of it. So what's the catch? Why do NFTs just feel wrong? If they have serious potential as the future of digital art, why are we all not on board? First of all, it's new. The place where you own NFTs, the blockchain, is an unproven and confusing ecosystem with only a couple years of history. 99% of people don't know what it is or how it works, and the possibilities it creates is much less obvious than, say, CDs. We're really in the early stages of this technology, so no one knows if spending all this money is worth it yet. Owning a piece of my uncle's music on Ethereum is pointless if no one uses Ethereum. By investing in NFTs, you are implicitly betting that the blockchain infrastructure itself will survive and thrive, but there's no precedent for that to be true. For all we know, blockchains could just be a catalyst for a newer and better technology. The NFT is just forgotten code if no one uses the blockchain. Remember those 3 characteristics of ownership? You might have noticed that NFTs solve transferability and enforceability, but what about excludability? You can trade NFTs, and whatever rights the NFT offers is given only to you via smart contracts, but right-clicking an image will still exist. Listening to music on YouTube will still exist. But maybe that's not the point. Just like it's a possibility that someone may mooch off your Wi-Fi or steal your car, ownership is never complete. NFTs don't have to make surfing the internet turn into 1984. They can still thrive while others enjoy the art you buy or the music you listen to for free. There will always be copies of the Mona Lisa, but there's only one original. Just because it's easier to copy digital art doesn't mean that blood, sweat, and tears didn't go into the original creation. And these creators deserve to see more of the value that they create. Thank you. See you in the next one.